Hey, Grandma, you alive over there?
Who is this? It couldn't be. Are you the one from earlier?
Ah, so it's true. You really are alive. Well then, since you're alive, why don't you get moving and go buy me a coffee?
You reaching out to me like this? I naturally assumed it was to apologize for what you did before. But you clearly aren't trying to apologize. Why are you reaching out to me then?
Huh? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying at all. Did you mean to sound as scatterbrained as you come off? Or is it that dementia is finally starting to set in? Could that possibly be the case?
Your name is Joy, isn't it? Do you have any idea what you've done?
Hey, all I did was stick my foot out a little bit. It was hilarious, though, you staggering around like that trying to catch your footing. I thought to myself, I wonder what would happen if I stuck my foot out at the right time. But wow, was it worth it. Not even I thought you would have fell over as flashy as you did. What a sight it was.
You're despicable. Tripping someone of my age on purpose like that? I am the one who can't believe it. Why did you do it? What was the purpose of it anyway? You had nothing to gain.
I told you already, didn't I? Because it was funny, and I was right. It was even funnier than I expected. I was rolling on the ground laughing. It was the highlight of my day.
How could you say that? What would you do if I'd gotten really hurt because of you? That isn't something to laugh about.
Even if you got hurt, it would still have been worth it. It still would have been hilarious. Besides, you work for a large company, right? You could have said it was a work-related injury and made bank off of them.
That isn't what I mean. That's not the point.
Oh, is that so? Is it because you're just a part-time toilet cleaner that you aren't eligible to file for a work-related injury anyway? How sad. Now that you mention it, what's really sad is someone of your age being a part-time worker. Anyway, how old are you anyway, Grandma?
I am 65 years old. Do you really get your kicks out of tormenting someone of my age? Don't you have anything else to do? Anything more valuable to dedicate your time to? Do you even work or do anything?
Hey, wait a second. Are you trying to act like my mom, scolding me like that? But I don't want to make you worry. I know it's not good to do that for someone of your age. But yes, I work quite hard, actually.
Oh, so you do work. You need to stop joking around like this. Please just do your job properly and stop messing with me. I've had enough of this. I'm going back to cleaning.
What? Hold on just a second. Is it possible? Did you really forget so quickly? Gosh, you really are suffering from dementia. I told you to go buy me a coffee, didn't I? How many times am I going to have to repeat the same thing over and over to you? Get me a coffee right now.
Yeah, I heard you the first time when you told me to go buy you a coffee. But that isn't part of my job description. If you want coffee so bad, why don't you go get it yourself?
Seriously? Who in the world do you think you're taking that tone with? I am a company employee, not to mention a stockholder of this company. It's quite different than your lowly part-time position, you old grandma. So hurry up and do as you're told. Go buy me a coffee.
I didn't think this company would hire someone with such an awful personality such as yours. I have no idea how someone like you got hired in the first place.
No matter how you think of it, it's obvious the reason I was hired is because I'm brilliant and I'm your superior in every way. I said it once and I'll say it again. I'm quite popular around here, especially with the gentlemen colleagues of mine.
What? What is this all of a sudden? Why even bring up something as ridiculous as that at a time like this?
You're the one who asked how I got hired in the first place. I was simply answering your question. I clearly had a connection with the interviewer.
Really?
I graduated from college, but it's not like it was a reputable college in any way. So I had to figure out my next move. So I thought, why not try working for such a corporation like this one? My plan worked when the interviewer took quite a a liking to me.
What do you mean by that? Are you telling me there was some kind of foul play going on? That isn't fair.
I guess he wasn't all that fair. He's the type of person who cheats at work and in his relationship.
Wait a second. Hold on. The man who interviewed you was a married man?
Ding, 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 you got it. Wow, Granny, you really aren't as dumb as you look, I guess.
Aren't you aware of the awful things that you're doing? Doesn't it bother you even a little bit?
Doesn't faze me one bit. It can't be helped, it's not my problem. I'm still young after all. I guess you can call it youthful indiscretion. The end justifies the means. I ended up being able to work at this prestigious company, so the result in the end was all right, wouldn't you say?
You may think this is all good for you, but in the eyes of society, what you're doing are terrible things.
So you're telling me that I'm the only one doing the wrong things? What about the man I slept with? He did a bad thing too, don't you think? How awful of a middle-aged man to do such a naughty thing. Him approaching a young woman the way he did? What other young woman wouldn't fall for it?
So, just who was this man who interviewed you? What's his name?
His name is Kevin. Surely you know him. The middle-aged guy who's starting to go bald now. Well, if I were to compare him to Simon, Kevin is still considered pretty young.
You are horrible. You are just the worst type of person.
Oh, I got a little carried away. We've been talking nonstop. Well, that's enough. I'm bored of this conversation. Do what I said. Hurry up and go get me a cup of coffee right now. If you continue to defy me and not listen to what I say, I'll just have to keep messing with you even more.
I refuse. I told you that already. There is no way I plan on listening to a single word you say. So with that, goodbye. Something horrible just happened. Please come to the conference room immediately. It's urgent.
Mom, what's wrong? Is everything okay? What happened?
There is something I have to look into. It is about one of the workers here. No, actually two. There are two people we have to look into. They aren't what they seem to be.
What do you mean? What are you talking about, Mom? I'm not following what you're going on at all about. What is all of this about two employees? What did they do?
There are people in the company participating in some improper wrongdoings. What are you teaching your employees? How are you going about educating them? This could become a huge problem for the company as a whole.
What? What are you trying to say? Spit it out already. What's going on? Wait a minute. Mom, how do you know about any of this anyway?
Just mere coincidence. Thanks to this company being truly bad internally, I just happened to stumble upon this information. Anyway, how do you think things are going, specifically in the management area? Do you even know? Don't you think things have changed recently?
Well, maybe now that you mention it, there have been some things that have caught my attention recently.
Tell me everything. Everything you notice to be wrong, I want to know about it.
Hey, part-time Granny, you still alive over there, you old bag? Did you really drop dead this time?
Do you have any idea at all what you did to me?
What a stupid question. Of course I do. Picking on the lower class is the best. I can't get enough of it. Don't you have any friends? Or is it because you're already 65 years old, they all died off, and you're all alone?
I was simply doing my job, but you went through the trouble of filling up a bucket full of toilet water. I never thought in a million years you would dump it on me and make me drink it like that.
An old bag who doesn't do anything else but clean is worthless. You're nothing but an eyesore around here. So, how did the toilet water taste? Yummy? Want me to make you drink it again, Granny?
That's it. I've reached my limit. I've had enough. My son is going to be furious about this.
Oh, so you have a son. I didn't know that. The son of a worthless 65-year-old cleaner. I bet he can't stand you either. He probably never listened to you growing up.
Do you think you can speak this way to the president of the company? Do you think he would take any of your nonsense?
Wait, what? What do you mean? Explain yourself. You mean to tell me your worthless son is the president of the company?
That's right. The company that you somehow work for, he's the president of this company.
Wait, what? You're lying, right? Stop your lying. Explain right now, Granny. You're serious. The president is your son.
That's right. You hit the nail on the head. For such a small brain, you finally understand.
No way. What are you trying to pull here, Granny? Are you trying to take me for some sort of fool? I'm not falling for it. My goodness, you really had me going there for a second. I was surprised for a moment. No matter how I think about it, there's no way a son of yours could be president of this entire company. Stop your lies already.
Sorry, but unfortunately for you, everything I said is the truth.
Yeah, right. I'm not falling for it. Your son, the president of the bank. There's no world where that would happen. How do you expect me to believe that? If that's true, then why would his dear old mother be nothing more than a cleaning lady around here? Surely he would have given you a more elegant position if that were the case.
I should have also mentioned this earlier, but I was the previous president of the company.
What? No way. No, I'm getting really tired of these jokes from you, Granny. Enough already.
Oh, trust me, this is not a joke. None of what I just told you is a joke at all. I loved my time as president at this company. I wanted to continue to contribute even after I stepped down because I loved it so much. So to help the company and support them from within, I took on the role of cleaning lady.
Wow, what you say does sound like a good story. But get over yourself. You aren't going to make me fall for a pitiful story like that.
Don't worry. Very soon you'll understand the truth about this entire situation. Because I've already gone to the president and had a nice, long talk with him about you.
Wait, what? Wait. What was that announcement just now? Why me? Why did the president just call for me right now?
I told you already, didn't I? I told you, my son is really pissed off now. My son is the president, and you've been called into the president's office. I'm sure you can put two and two together.
Wait. Enough. Just hold on a second here. You already got me. Enough already. I can't take any more jokes. That's enough. If you push this any more, you'll be spoiling your own joke. Besides, I surrender. You fixed your problem, right? We're all good now.
Well, if that's truly what you think, then you shouldn't have any worries when going into the president's office. Go ahead. I'll be waiting for you in the president's office too. Don't keep us waiting too long.
What? Really? So you mean what you're saying is all true? Really?
Enough of your nonsense. Hurry up and go to the president's office now.
I am so sorry for all of this.
Hey, speak properly and show some respect. I've been quiet this entire time. Do you have anything you'd like to say? Anything you'd like to maybe take back or correct? Anything at all?
I'm so sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I deeply and humbly apologize. I sincerely mean it, so please don't fire me. Please? If I get fired, I don't know what I would do.
I see. So, after all of that tough talk, in the end, you really are just quite weak. But it looks like you understand what you did and how awful those deeds were.
Honestly, I had no idea things would get this out of hand. This isn't what I intended to happen. If I'd known President Simon was your son, then I would have never treated you this way. I wouldn't have been so rude to you. Please, you have to believe me.
All you're doing is talking about the things you did to me. Isn't that right? The awful things you've done not just to me, but everyone else knows no bounds. Don't you get that? Can't you understand?
Yes, of course. I totally understand.
That's not all. To begin with, you got a position in the company unfairly, when in actuality you shouldn't even have been hired at all.
Well, yes, you're right about that. But I've worked so hard since day one. I was a good worker.
That couldn't be further from the truth. You were actually quite famous around here, being known as the woman who couldn't do her work. But wait, that's still not all. You also messed around with the company's expenses, didn't you? You improperly used the company's money several times. How dare you look down your nose at our company like that?
I just got caught up in the moment and got a little carried away. Because I was working for such a huge company, I thought it would be okay to just tack on a little bit onto the company expenditures. It wasn't that much, so I didn't think it would turn into such a big deal.
Oh, yeah? What about the party you hosted with all of your colleagues and you charged a ton of alcohol to the company card? Was that just a little bit like you claimed too? You got more than just a little carried away. Looks like you were trying to show off your extravagant life with the company's money.
Who told you all of that? Please tell me who squealed. That traitor. I won't ever forgive them for turning on me and ratting me out like that.
Do you hear yourself? Get a grip. The one who did all of these terrible things was none other than yourself. All that worker did was be honest and tell the truth about the things you did. The reason you're in trouble is because of the things you did. No one else is to blame.
No, that's not true. Even if you put it that way, it's still not all my fault.
It is. Several other members of the company agree. You have an awful attitude toward them. So, can you really be surprised that so many of them turned on you? They didn't have much of a choice.
I guess I didn't give it much thought. I really didn't think about it that way.
I should have also mentioned this earlier, but all of the money that you charged on the company card will come out of your paycheck. You'll reimburse the company for all of it. And if you claim you can't, we'll just have to get the police involved.
What? Don't you think that's a little extreme? Let's not exaggerate this.
You still don't seem to understand the severity and seriousness of what you did. I also should have mentioned this, but I also told Kevin's wife about your little affair. Kevin will be informed of his immediate dismissal from the company as well.
What? You went that far? That's horrible. If that gets found out, can't we get sued or something?
Oh, of course that could happen, naturally. You broke the law, didn't you? You went as far as to bring Kevin's poor wife into the picture with your actions.
Of course, I understand that. That's why I'm asking you, please stop. Don't tell his wife about any of this mess. What'll I do if I'm sued for damages and reparation? That is why I'm asking. No, I'm begging. Please don't fire me. I can't lose this job at a time like this.
Even after all of this, all you can do is think about yourself. All you ever do is worry about yourself. You really are the worst type of person. If you were interviewed properly in the first place, there is no way you would have been hired here. This is a good opportunity to rethink the way our rules in the office are from now on.
Then it's all good, right? I'm truly sorry I caused all of the trouble I did. Please, I'm begging you. At least rethink firing me. You don't have to do that. I promise I won't do anything bad anymore. You have my word.
It's rare I don't give second chances, but I can't trust a word you're saying. Your sins here have caught up with you. They're too much to forgive at this point.
I am telling you the truth. I am so sorry. I'm down on my knees telling you how sorry I am.
From the first day you started here, all you did was find joy in picking on your coworkers. Your immaturity knows no bounds. A human being like you isn't fit to work at a company like this. The only place someone like you is fit for is the bottommost part of hell. Have fun in the hell of your own making. After that, Joy was fired. However, she caused a huge frenzy in the office and lashed out. The guards had to move in to pursue her and eventually stop her. The normally quiet office wouldn't get by without a little bit of noise, unfortunately. Joy left an even worse impression of her on her colleagues. She really was crazy. As a result, she added an excess of violations. Looks like Joy was finally brought back down to reality. Now she's doing her best to find a part-time job. It seems she's trying to save up some money to pay back Kevin's wife after what she caused. I guess it's true what they say. You reap what you sow.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!